All right, so what we're going to do today, okay, we are going to do word problems. I know for my regular students, Wen-Xing, Tyler, last week we were all doing very fun things. Unfortunately, today we will actually start with word problems, okay? So I will be going through quite a few questions that involve drawing models, okay? These questions will also involve multiplication and division. Anybody don't know how to do long multiplication and long division? Raise your hand. So questions like that. You all know how to do? Tyler, Sheslin. Sheslin, you know how to do this type of multiplications? Okay, good. Wen-Xing, you know how to do? Shreyashi, okay? How about this type of divisions? Do we have any problems? Sheslin don't know. No or don't know?
I know.
Okay, great. Okay, so since we'll be doing these questions, okay, I will actually do some revision before we jump straight into the problem sums. All right, so when you see these problem sums, I will go through the first few questions together. And then in the next few examples, I will need you to get a paper and some writing equipment. Do y'all have that with you? Paper and writing equipment. I will need you to, I might ask you all to draw models and I will need you to show it to me on the screen. So you need to put the paper with the models onto your camera so that I can actually see the models that you have drawn later. So do get ready some paper and writing equipment. All right. And then I will start lesson very shortly. Okay. Prior to starting the word problems, let's look at, oh great, your video is working. Okay, Pon Pon, maybe you just introduce yourself and what school you are from very quickly. The rest of us are actually existing. I mean, we have seen each other before. Okay, maybe we just go through one whole round now, okay? We don't need to start with Pon Pon, we start with somebody else first, since she's totally new to the class. Okay, Kyla, maybe you start with you. Name and school.
I'm Kayla from Jiaming Primary School.
Okay, Jasmine.
I'm Shatlin from Badogan Primary School.
Okay, Shreyashi.
I'm Shashi from Pongawil Primary School.
Okay, Wen-Xing.
I'm Wen-Xing from Sembawang Primary School.
Okay, Pon Pon.
I'm Pon Pon from KVH International School.
From where?
KVH International School.
Oh, you're from an international school. What nationality are you?
Taiwanese.
Oh, you're Taiwanese. Okay. So you are which level? Grade what?
Grade 4.
Which means you are equivalent to our primary 4, is it? You are going to grade 4 or currently grade 4 this year?
Currently grade 4.
Okay, I hope you're in the right class. I'm not so sure about the grade and levels, but basically this is a P4 class, meaning these students are P3 and next year they are going to P4. Okay? Okay, Vincent, yourself, you're new. Name and school.
Yeah, and I'm from First Toa Primary School.
Okay, can. So I'm teacher waiting. Okay, along the way, if you have any questions, please speak directly into the mic. Okay, don't need to type in the chat because sometimes I have a lot of things on my screen. I might not be able to look at the chat fast enough. Okay, so today's word problems might be a bit of a stretch. So if you are not too familiar, don't be too worried. After all, this is a Head Start program. We will actually be revisiting these questions in the new year again. Okay, so I assume you all are good with addition. Okay, so maybe let's try two addition examples. Okay, and then we will try two subtraction examples before we move on to multiplication. Okay, Vincent, can you help me with this question? All right. So first, for addition, can you tell me, do I start from the right-hand side or the left-hand side?
Start on the right hand
Great.
side.
Can you add the ones column for me? So 9 plus 4, what do I get?
13.
Do I write it like that? Vincent, what should
No.
I do?
Bring the 1 to the 5.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I bring the 1 to the tens column, correct? I draw it on top of 5. So at the tens column, can you add it up for me, Vincent?
It's 11.
Great. So once again, I take the 10 from 11, I bring it to the hundreds column. I write 1 here. Okay? Can you sum up the thousands or the hundreds column for me,
7.
Vincent? Very
7.
good. And finally, the thousands column.
9.
Very good. So everybody should be familiar with how to do long addition. Okay, Pon, can you do this sum for me? Let's sum up the ones first.
16.
So do I write it like that?
No.
Is it correct? No, what should I do, Pon?
Put the 1 on the 7.
Okay, so I bring the 1 over to the tens column, write it on top of 7. Can you add up the tens column for me, please?
16.
Very good. Finally, the hundreds column.
8.
Great. And the thousands column?
5.
Very good. Okay, so this is simple addition. You all shouldn't have a problem. All right, let's move on to subtraction. Okay, subtraction, let's try. Michelle, can you don't draw on my screen, please? Michelle, why are you drawing on my screen? Can you please stop drawing on my screen? Hello, are you listening to me? Michelle. Not funny. I want you to erase everything now. Okay. Michelle Lee. Excuse me. Michelle. Michelle, I'm talking to you. Michelle, I'm going to kick you out of class if you don't stop. Can you speak into the mic, Michelle? Is your mom there? Michelle, is your mom there? Class, you give me a minute, okay? Michelle, is your mom there? Okay, the rest of you, I want all of you to try 4700 minus 900. Type your answer in the chat group when you're done. I expect everybody to type their answers out. Let me deal with Michelle. Okay, great. Everybody knows how to do second question, okay? Let me go through the last question. This one's also a bit tricky. Shriyasi, can we show the class how to do the last question together?
The last question. So
This one.
the last question. Do I have to do the working like?
No, you just explain it out.
Okay.
So 0 cannot minus 7, right? So what can I do?
So also we cannot borrow anything from the tens column and or the hundreds column. So the hundreds column will first have to borrow 1 from the thousands column. So the 1000 column 5 will be crossed out to 4, and the hundreds column 0 will be crossed out to 10.
Okay, can I just write a 1 here? So it means 10. Everybody okay with this?
Okay.
10, Okay, so this means 10. Okay, then what can I do next?
And we have to minus 1 from 10 because it's giving 1 to the 10th column.
Good.
And then the 10th column becomes 10. We have to minus 1 from there also, so it can give from the for the 1's column, and the 1's column will finally become 10.
Okay.
And then when then we're going to do 10 minus 7 equals 3.
Great.
And then 9 minus 4 in the 10th column is 5.
Good. So 9 minus 4, you all can see here is 5. Move on.
And then 9 minus 2 is 7.
Very good.
Then 4 minus 1 is 3.
Good. So I see that Pon also got the right answer. Very good. Zen. Not Zen, sorry. Kyla, your answer 4491 is for which one? Question 3, is it? Okay, can. Okay, so everybody is good with subtraction. Let's move on to multiplication. Okay, so for multiplication, please remember my number below here, okay, needs to be multiplied by every number on top. What do I mean? First, I need to multiply it by 2. Then I need to multiply it by the 2 in the 10th column. And then finally, I need to multiply it by 4 in the 100th column. Okay, so Wen-Xin, can you try? Let's multiply 4 and 2 in the 1th column first. What do I get?
8.
Good. So this will give me 8. Let's move on, Wen-Xin.
Also 8.
Very good. So this will give me another 8. And finally, the last one.
16.
Good. 4 times 4 is 16. So this is the answer. All right. Okay, Sheslin, can you help me with 542 times 9? So let's multiply this first. What do we get? Michelle, stop drawing on the screen. If not, I'm going to kick you out of my class.
We'll explain it.
Sheslin, what do I get?
18. You
Good.
put the 8. You put the 8 below the number 9, and then put the 1 on top of the 4.
Very good. Okay, that's how you do it. And then what is the next multiplication that I do?
9 times 4.
Okay, 9 times 4. What do I get? Take your time, it's okay.
Thirty-six.
Okay,
Put the 6 below the 4 and put the 3 on top of the 5.
how about this one here? What am I
Oh,
going to
wait,
do
no.
with it?
I mean like put 7 below the 4 and then add 3 on the top
So
of
basically, 9 times 4 is 36, but I need to add the extra 1. So it's 37. Correct, Sheslin? Yes, so I put 7 here, and I'm going to put 3 here. Okay, what's the next step, Sheslin?
9 times 5.
Great. Can you tell me what's 9 times 5?
45. And add 3 equals 48.
Very good. So 9 times 5 is 45. I need to remember to add 3 on top. I get 48. So it's 4878. Are we good? Everybody know what I'm doing? Okay, let's move on to someone else. Kyla, can you help me? 169 times 6. What do we start with first?
9 times 6.
Great. What is 9 times 6?
9 times 6 is 54.
Very good. This is how I write it, correct, Kyla? Is this how I write it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next part.
6 times 6 plus
Which
5.
is? Okay, very good. 6 times 6 plus 5. What do you get?
Um,